Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a quick video. Recently, or currently rather, we are working on our company on getting some aggressive cold prospecting going out, specifically in efforts to help start getting commercial bids out. So what I wanted to do is we came up with this process that we're using. I think the other day someone had asked if I'd share my script of what we're saying on the phones, but I think what's more important than a script actually is coming up with a process that's replicatable and trackable. So what I wanted to do is share with you a video of some of the tips that so far that we've found that has helped us in our process. And so I just want to share it with you. So here we go. So here is our cold calling process overview. So the first thing you need to know is like define the objective. Okay. So I am not trying to close anyone on the first call. All right. But the main goal is to get a contact / decision maker name. And then the second objective is to see if they are open to accepting bids. That's the only thing that I'm trying to do on the phone call. I find that this approach helps, number one, because it doesn't make it as like a hard sell, and you'll see the process of it, but it makes it seem more natural, like a natural networking thing versus here, let me spam you kind of thing. Okay, so pretty much we've identified 4 steps. Okay, four main steps that this whole process takes. Okay, so number one is we need to generate a list. And number two, we actually have a 2-call process, and I'll break this down why I think this is effective. But we have call number one, and then we have call number two, and then from there, it's are you able to move them into your sales or your bidding pipeline or not? All right, so first thing you want to do, and I'm going to try to move this so that way I'm not showing you everything at once. The first thing you need to do is you need to generate a list. So there's 2 ways of generating a list. One is the absolute free way. It is an investment of time, and that is by using Google and a spreadsheet. So what do I mean by that? I mean actually going to Google and typing in whatever niche you're going after, and then looking them up on Google. I might possibly make another video. It's a super simple process. I'll save that for another video. But so the free way is investing time, which is Google plus a spreadsheet. The other process that you can do is get a pre-done generated list for you. Now there's different options. There's software out there that you can pay monthly for to get it to pull it for you. There's lead scraping. There's hiring a VA to do it for you. I actually generate my own list. So if you need help with a list, just let me know. I could probably get a list for you. Just let me know. But anyway, so those are the 2 options. But either way that you go, when you generate your list, the next thing you're going to need to do is kind of clean it up a little bit or prepare that list. So the basic information that you need is company name, company phone, address, and their website. Okay, so that's probably what you're going to get from your list. Now here's where the phone calls come into place. The phone calls. For phone call number 1, this information is what you're getting on phone call number 1. Sometimes it helps to know the gatekeeper name or the contact name, so whomever's answering the phone, and then you want to get the decision maker's name. And I don't know, do I have what here? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to break it down yet. I was going to break it down, but it's too early to break it down. Anyway, all right. So these are extra columns that you want to make sure that you have on your spreadsheet. Okay, so contact name / gatekeeper name, and then you want the decision maker name. The next thing you want is the building type. Is it a storefront like a strip mall, or is it a commercial building, or is it a residential home? There are some businesses running out of residential homes, like what's it called? Homes. Sorry. What's it called? Retirement homes, right? Some people are converting residential homes. So what type of building is it? And then we want to know the cleaning type. Do they do in-house cleaning, or do they allow vendors to bid on it? And then another column for your notes. So now let's break down what the phone calls look like. Okay? So, whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. So phone calls. So phone call number one. Phone call number one, you want to get the name of who's in charge of their major maintenance decisions. So, and I'll talk about this call early morning. So essentially, the phone call goes like this. They go, so and so, ABC Company. This is Amber. How can I help you? Hey, Amber, I just have a quick question for you. Could you let me know who actually is in charge of making like the maintenance decisions that you guys have over there? What's the name of that person? So that's all we're doing. That's all that we're doing on the first call. You just want to get the name. Um, and then you add that information to your spreadsheet. That's call number one. We've also noticed that if you call early in the morning, it's been easier for us to get the name of the person. We're not asking to talk to them at this point. We're just asking for their name. The reason why is because we're going to do another approach where we're going to ask for that person specifically. This helps if you're doing walk-ins or your second phone call. Now you can call back. And so you wait 1 or 2 days, and then you do call number 2, or you do a walk-in, and you ask for that decision maker by name. That way, it seems like you know them. It's going to be easier for you to get past the gatekeeper. Now, sometimes there is a bonus. When you call the first time, sometimes they will offer to transfer you over to them. So that's kind of the process. On phone call number 2, this is where we're trying to figure this part out, okay? And then, so let's say, oh yeah, the head of maintenance, that's Kelvin. Would you like to speak to him? Sure, okay. So now you kind of go into call number 2. And call number 2 is more like this. Hey, Kelvin, my name is Amber with KJ's Window Cleaning. I just had a quick question for you. Do you guys do in-house cleaning for your window cleaning and pressure washing needs? Is that something that you do in-house, or is that something that you allow other vendors to put a bid on? And that's it. That's it. Okay, so that's phone call number 1, phone call number 2. Remember, our objective is just to see if they're accepting bids or not. All right. And so then after that, it's yes or no. And if so, you then put them into your bidding process, whether that be, okay. So let's say your phone call number 2 and Kelvin says, oh, you know what? We actually do accept bids. And you say, oh, great. That's awesome. Would you mind letting me know what's the best way of doing that? What's the process? Is that something that I would send to you, or like what's the process for it? So that's where you'd come in and put your notes down here. There's been many times where we've gotten direct email addresses and they're like, yeah, come do a bid and send it, email it here. So this is the process that has been working for us. I will do another video because I forgot to open it up. I'll do another video that actually shows the spreadsheet that we're using and how I set this up. But that's it for the overview and process. So I will end this video